So in this video I'm going to show you how to do some slab building. Like all the other videos, I'm going to show you the process, but you can apply it to your own designs. So the first thing to do is roll out your clay. So you need your cloth to stop the clay sticking to the table, your guides to get your clay an even thickness, and your rolling pin. Pop your clay in the middle and then just give it a good roll out, pushing quite hard and keep rotating. Now you're going to create your templates. In the instruction book there are the dimensions for making this little house. So just out of an old cereal box you're going to cut your 3 templates. You're then going to leave your clay to dry to get leather hard. This just means it's a bit stiffer, so when we're trying to construct with flat pieces of clay it's a lot easier. So just leave that for a little while to stiffen up. So this has just been resting for about 6 hours and it's gone a bit to sort of leather hard state. Now's a good time to roll any textures in that you want to appear on your walls. So in your pack you'll have different wallpapers and bubble wrap and netting. I'm just going to roll them into my clip. Like so. You are now going to cut out your templates. So simply just lay them onto your clay and then you need to cut out 2 of each. So I've got my 2 walls, my front and my back, and my 2 pieces of roof. You can now decorate them however you like. So there's different ways that you can do it. You can use your tool and scrape away and engrave any patterns or doorways or windows that you want on. You can cut through, so using your tool, you might want to cut a window in. So you can cut out shapes using your tool. Or you can stick clay on. So you might want to just roll a little sausage to make a window frame. Anything that you stick on, it's really important that you score the surface and apply slip. So just using your tool, you're going to crisscross along the edge of both things. And then you need to make a little slip pot, so make a small ball of clay and just push your thumb into it. Pour a little bit of water into the well. And then rub it with your finger so it goes sort of to a thicker clay paste. And then I'm going to rub it on both surfaces and then stick it down. Right, so I've now decorated all of my sides and I'm now going to try and assemble them. So I'm going to turn over my 2 front pieces to work on the back and I'm going to crisscross down the back side of them. Just use crisscrossed. I'm going to take my walls, making sure I've got them both the right way around. I'm going to crisscross on the edge here. Okay. So taking my slip pot, so if you've not done another video yet, what you need to do to make a slip pot is make a little ball of clay and simply just push your thumb into it like so, pour a little bit of water into it and then just mix it around with your finger so you get kind of a clayey water, which is called slip. So I'm just going to use my finger and I'm going to rub it on those areas that I've just scored. I'm going to build it. So taking my walls like that, I'm just going to push them together. I'm going to use my tool just to rub over those edges. I'm going to roll a small thin sausage, probably only a few mils thick. Like that. And I'm just going to lay it down there. And because this is quite a little house, it's quite fiddly. I'm just going to use my tool just to smooth it in that area. So I've got my two roof pieces. that are going to sit on my roof like that. Now there's two different ways you can do it. You can just sort of stick it on like that one there and then overlap the other one. You'll notice that that makes that one slightly longer, so you can then just trim that there, or you can miter the edges. So just with your tool, you're just going to take off like a 45-degree angle, and I'll do the same on the other side. Okay, and that'll just give us a bit of a kind of more precise kind of look. So, same as what we've kind of been doing all the way through, I'm going to crisscross these top edges. I'm just going to crisscross the top of these. And apply my slip to all those edges. And then attach them on. Give it a good push all over to get it nice and secure. Okay, so the last little bit now, so your house, once your roof is well stuck on, just sort of smoothed it. It's very difficult to get your hand in the inside of this one because it's so small, but try and make sure you really smooth and put little sausages in these little creases around the edges to make sure they're well attached. Then place on another little bit of clay. I'm just going to draw around it with my tool. And then I'm going to cut out that now go around the outside edge of that with your tool and just scoring it all the way around. And then the same on the bottom. Make sure that's scored. Slipped it well. And I'm just going to pop the bottom on. And then, just like I did with the other bits, I'm just going to use my tool just to, and there you go. There's your little house. So my house, I've got some windows in it so my air can get in and out. So remember what I said before about you shouldn't have bubbles in clay, otherwise when the air gets hot it will expand and want to escape. So at the moment my air can escape through my window. If you've done a box with no windows, make sure you put a hole in. So it doesn't need to be a very big hole, it can be right in the bottom or somewhere so that the air can definitely get in and out. Yes, and so yeah, you can make these into whatever you want. So you can kind of go for a little house, but you know, you could make a pot so it has no lid. You could just make it into a square thing, make like a pencil holder. Or if you don't let your clay dry too hard, so like this piece here, I just slice that bit up and show you. So it needs to still be pretty flexible. You can now wrap it, so you can make spherical things out of it. You can use things like this cup as like a kind of mould to kind of do that round, but you don't want to let your clay go too stiff to do that, otherwise it will crack. But yeah, have a play, enjoy.